Hello everybody and welcome to the Nerdy Werdy, a brand new YouTube community collab vlogging channel which is devised by myself and 3 of my friends to sort of get involved with the nerd fighting vlogging network that is on YouTube. Basically, I personally have wanted to do this forever, but I've been perpetually too terrified to do it, even though I'm more than happy to spam on Tumblr and Facebook and Twitter and LiveJournal. Posting like a video into YouTube for everyone to see is kind of really terrifying, so I sort of sought safety in numbers and enlisted a bunch of my friends who also wanted to get involved with vlogging, and now we've got this channel. The name of the Nerdy Werdy came from the sort of Doctor Who wibbly wobbly timey-wimey, wibbly wobbly nerdy wordy. It kind of made sense at the time, but that's like one thing that links us all because we're all really into Doctor Who. I mean, who isn't, right? It makes sense that I am Monday. I will be posting a video every single Monday, hopefully. Probably not because I'm useless, frankly. But the intention is that I will. And it makes sense that I am the first video because everyone knows each other through me, tenuously, because I met Sarah at university, who was Wednesday. I met Mooney on LiveJournal, where we bonded over pet rats and things like that, many, many years ago. And then I met Laura, who is Saturday's vlogger, at UK PonyCon, which is an old school My Little Pony collecting community which existed far before Friendship was Magic, which makes us like hipsters or something. Basically, I thought I would do a brief introduction into myself, because the odds are if you're watching this specific video you know who I am, because I would have spammed it everywhere. But if you don't, and you randomly came across this, I'm sorry. I know we will get more interesting in time, but for now I'm not used to this. This is scary and terrifying. So I'm just going to waffle about myself a little bit, and then we're going to move on to Sarah, who actually has made videos before and knows what she's doing, and then Mooney, who certainly has, and Laura, who's just generally amazing. So the rest of the week's going to be awesome, so just bear with my ramblings and fumblings, okay? My name is Selena. If you've met me online or at a convention, because I attend lots of cons through the year, you've probably met me online as the name Reaper Fox, which is an online handle I've had since I was about 14, so many, many years. I primarily draw. I draw cartoons, video game, fanish stuff, fantasy, sci-fi nonsense that you can find in my DeviantArt, which I'll link in the doobly-doo. I go to conventions and go to the artist alley and comic book conventions and stuff and sell my prints and badges and posters and things, so, you know, you can find me there. I'll explain all of this later, I'm sure. That's what I do. That's like my career. That's me. When I'm not drawing, which is quite often because I draw far less than I really should, I'm most likely found playing video games. I call myself 100% a gamer. That's like the tag I'm so proud to wear because I've been playing games since I was a little kid, and we had the Amstrad, and I used to play like Antiriad and Jet Set Willy and Chucky Egg and a bunch of games that none of you have heard of. And then I've got like, between then and now, I've had about 30 consoles, like all the Segas, all the Nintendos, Amigas, and God knows what. But these days I play 2 games. I play Team Fortress 2 and I play League of Legends. I love TF2. It kind of changed my life in all the nerdy ways that I will explain later, because it sounds so trite to say, oh my god, this thing changed my life, but it kind of really did. And League of Legends, which I have a perpetual love-hate relationship with, in that I am really, really, really bad at it and don't understand what I'm doing half the time. And after nearly 2 years of playing, I still have no map awareness whatsoever. So that's good and exciting, and my friends kind of humour me in that one. I also play, I play all the staples, you know, Skyrim, Minecraft. I kind of touched Terraria once. It's a good game, I just didn't really get into it. I don't know. Yeah, and I've got like a Wii, PS2, Xbox, and that's what I do. Aside from that, I watch Doctor Who, which obviously, like I said, the thing that links us all is a love of Doctor Who. I'm a big David Tennant, Billy Piper, RTD era fangirl. I'm really sorry, and I know that's like a bad thing to admit, but it was a really important, special time in my life when I was really into David Tennant stuff, and 10 Rose was a ship that is like my OTP, which again I'm so sorry to admit. But yeah, it was a really special time in my life. It was when I started taking art sort of vaguely seriously in an ironic sense, because I created a very not serious webcomic with my friend Luke, who wrote and I drew this thing called Worst of the Time Lords, and it was this intentionally awful, intentionally bad, drawn bad, cheesy jokes, daily, every single day we'd draw this webcomic. And I expected it to just like be a fun thing to do, but it sort of snowballed into this really really popular, thousands of readers on podcasts and things, webcomic, sort of taking the mickey out of the angst of the 10th Time Lord, and I'll link that down below too. But it's old and terrible, but it sort of summarised my involvement with the fandom back then. I used to write fanfic, I was big on the art scene, I just loved it so much. It was so cheesy and brilliant, and as much as I love Matt Smith, and I genuinely love the new stuff, 10 Rose and the Master and Jack Harkness and Donna and Martha, it was just so special and weird and excellent, and Murray Gold is like, and just yay. So that was good, that was cool. Yeah, look, I'm grinning like an idiot just thinking about it. It was so silly and brilliant. I loved it. I loved it. There's this unwritten rule that if you like Doctor Who, you must also like Sherlock, which of course I do. I also like Being Human, Ashes to Ashes, Life on Mars, Torchwood. I've just started watching Firefly, which I'm really, really late on the ball with, which is also excellent. I'm big into a bunch of normal shows too, like I'm really big, huge into 90210 and Greek and Gossip Girl and all the sort of teen drama things. That's sort of my guilty, not so secret pleasure. I recently sort of discovered the Sweet Valley High books, and I've been devouring them because I didn't like them as a kid. As a kid, I was very much into the point horror and Goosebumps stuff, R.L. Stein sort of stuff, and Duncton Wood, Farthing Wood, you know, animals stuff. So if it wasn't animals killing each other or people killing each other, I wasn't interested in it as a kid. But then I sort of got in my 20s and I rediscovered... Well, no, I sort of rediscovered point horror, and I realised that I was enjoying the sort of teenage drama and relationships and stuff far more than the whole killing things. So I decided to go into, like, look back into what I used to know existed, and Sweet Valley High was certainly there, so I did that. So that's my sort of not so guilty pleasure. I've got billions of Sweet Valley High books, and I'm really big into, like, 90210, all that terrible stuff. But I'm sorry, I kind of want to be Naomi. Yeah, so that's about it. I mean, we'll go further into talking about nonsense that we care about in the later weeks ahead. I'm really excited for this because, like I said, I've wanted to vlog for ages. And we're going to have, like, challenges and asks and themed weeks and various things like that. So this is going to be really, really fun. And once I sort of ease into it and I'm not a complete nervous wreck, I just know I'm going to get really, really, really embrace the YouTube community. So hi to anyone who has put up with this and watched this. I hope I can edit it and make it a bit snappier and more interesting. And I cannot wait to look back in years to come and sort of see the way I was, because that's something else I really wanted to do. I really wanted to sort of chart my life, because I'm just moving into a new stage, I guess, of my life in a lot of ways, and I want to be able to look back and go, wow, I did that, my hair was like that, and I wore that, and my room looked like that. And the best way to do that is through video media, I guess, because even though I've got a blog and Twitter and Tumblr and stuff, it's not going to capture things in the same way. So, yeah, this is that. I really hope to see you next Monday. I hope you enjoy the rest of the girls' videos. Sarah will see you on Wednesday, and I'm really exciting. I really hope that this didn't bore you too much and that you didn't leave or click the back button, or I really hope you click that subscribe button, because it's a really cool button to click. Bye.